Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnieces and nephew, Allie, Ashley, and Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Today we're going to make this soft spring card. It is a hostess set, which means that you have to spend $150 in product or join in a host code to purchase it. You can't really buy it, you can earn it, but it's a nice little set. Okay, we're also going to use the handwritten stamp, which is a background stamp. We'll be using the rectangular stitch framelits dies, specifically the largest of this particular rectangle and the second from the smallest. So we'll pull those out. For ink, we have 3 colors today: Crumb Cake, Pear Pizzazz, and Highland Heather. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull in my pierce mat, which is covered with a piece of just computer paper, because this stamp is a photopolymer and it's best to use a pierce mat with it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also using this hello greeting from the Magnolia suite, so I'll include that in my the dimensions and the things needed to make this card. When you click on that little arrow, it'll show up. Anyway, also just a reminder to stick around to the end of the video because I have another card to show you too. And if you would like to purchase any of the things needed to make this card, please go to marciascrafts.stampinup.net. We would really, really, really love your business. Okay, enough said about that. Let's get to stamping. First, we're going to use the crumb cake and this large flower image. Ink up your stamp and just take that piece of paper that was, I think, 3 by 5.5, something like that. And we're going to stamp our flower up close to the top, right in the middle. We'll be cutting this out later. Then we're going to stamp our envelope. And as usual, I like to stamp the bottom left-hand corner. So we'll do that. Just go about halfway down our stamp, maybe like that. That's good. And then we want to do the inside of our card on very vanilla, and do the same thing, about half, a little bit more than half the stamp, and I'm going to put that down in the right-hand corner. And we are going to need our greeting, so let's get out that hello. I'm going to stamp that right down here. Okay, I think that does it for the crumb cake. Next, let's take our Pear Pizzazz. I haven't used this color in a long time. I don't know why. I really like it. I used to use it all the time, especially with Blushing Bride. Okay, and here is our leaf stamp, which will fill in the leaves for us. So let's ink that up. And I'm going to try and get over it. It's a pretty forgiving stamp, but I'll do my best here. Trying to get my head in the camera. That looks good. It doesn't fill in the whole thing, and it doesn't match exactly anyway, so it's pretty cute. Let's do the same thing here, and again for the envelope. All right, and last but not least, we're going to take out the Highland Heather and the flower part of the stamp, and again, just do the best you can. Looks like I got a little mark there, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'll fix it later with a little sand eraser. There we go. I'm smudging everything today. Well, just pretend I didn't do that. I'm going to do it over later. I know everybody's had days like this, but today is mine. Okay. Then I'm going to take this little butterfly, or whatever he is, dragonfly maybe. I'm going to stick him in the Highland Heather and just put him on the envelope. I'm not going to put him on the front because there's not really a good space for him there. And I'm going to put him on the inside of the card. Okay, and just to show you what I'm talking about, let me pull out my little sand eraser. And I'm not going to do the whole thing here, but I'll just do a little bit of it. If you just rub back and forth, it kind of takes off a layer of your cardstock, so it does lessen the effect of mistakes like that. And you can get it all off. And this one I'm just going to have to redo, but you can get something like this off. I think that other smudge is a little too big, but anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, we just have a little bit more stamping, and that is with our handwritten stamp set, background stamp, and I just tend to leave it in the case. Go ahead and ink it up. and then take our piece of Highland Heather and just put it down. And then you can take a piece of computer paper. I'll just use the one I have on my desk here. And just put it down on top. Hold with one hand and press down with the other. Just make sure that you keep one hand steady at all times and don't go moving things around. Okay, that should do it. And pull this up, and there we have it. It's very nice. Just has a bunch of little words on it and makes its own background paper. Okay, now we have a little bit of die cutting to do. We'll take this and we will die cut it with the layering rectangle, stitched rectangle, and then the hello, we're gonna just cut like this the first time, and then it'll all cut out. Let me move this. It'll cut out and you'll have a long label and you'll have an extra space down here. Then you just take it like this and it'll cut the rest of it. So through the miracle of YouTube, here we have a little sentiment and our flower already done. So let's get to assembling. I'm just mostly use glue. So we'll take our green layer and Pear Pizzazz, and we'll put this on that. We'll take this other Pear Pizzazz layer and put our sentiment on. I wanted this Pear Pizzazz layer to be very tiny because otherwise it just took up a little too much space on the card. So we'll put that down, and then I'm just going to take my snips and trim that very close. There we go. Here's our Crumb Cake card base. Let's put our inside in. Put our Pear Pizzazz layer down on the front. Oh, actually, let me put the Highland Heather onto it first. I'm going to take our layer here and I'm going to put a piece of that lovely scallop lace trim around it. Tape it on the back. And we'll put some dimensionals on this piece. Okay, we're going to take this and put it right about here. Take our hello, just glue it bottom here. When you glue it, when you press it down, try not to move it. Okay, then I've done a little bow. So we'll just take a glue dot, stick it on the back, and let's put that right there. And then to finish things up, we'll bring in our pearls and pokey tool. I'm still keeping my pokey tool. And I'm gonna use the large pearls, and I'll put one around here, one up here, and one over here. And I think you have a pretty nice little card. Here's the previous one. And I said I would show you something else, so I did another card with the other flower die that came in the set, and another envelope. This one just uses the layering ovals instead of the stitched rectangles, and that's the inside of this card and its envelope. So which one do you like better? Let me know. If you did enjoy the card, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you were really nice, maybe you could share our video. We like to get more subscribers. And it's a slow, steady process, but any help is appreciated. Again, hope you enjoyed the card. Have a great day, and see ya when we see ya. Bye-bye.